And my player of the week, you see that I was bouncing to the music. I love it. So my player of the week for the first, we're going to go to high school as we always do. Central New York high school player of the week. Who's it going to be? Cece Powell. Say it with me. Marcellus girls soccer. The game-winning goal in a 5-4 overtime win up against CBA just a few days ago. She had 2 goals and 1 assist in that game against Christian Brothers Academy. And of course, for those of you that don't know, Marcellus girls soccer is in the Liberty 1 division inside the OHSL. They're second in the OHSL right now with a record of 5-0 and a record of 8-1 overall this season. My high school player of the week is Tri-Star athlete who's going to North Carolina to play women's lacrosse for the Tar Heels in Division I ACC play. So you'll see her going up against Syracuse. Might see her in the not-too-distant future in Syracuse. And, of course, the tri-sport athlete going out here and doing her thing. You know, going to D1 North Carolina to play lacrosse, but over here hitting a game-winning goal in overtime. Tri-star athlete Cece Powell is my high school player of the week, proudly presented by Myers Creek. Head to Myers Creek with your family today by going to the Syracuse Inner Harbor on 720 Van Rensselaer Street in Syracuse, New York, as well as out in the country at the Cazenovia Farm Brewery on 33 Rippleton Road in Cazenovia, New York. Cece Powell, Marcellus girls soccer, game-winning goal in the 5-4 overtime win against CBA. 2 goals, 1 assist in that game, and aiding her team to an 8-1 start to the season and a perfect record inside of the OHSL. We give it up to Cece Powell of the Marcellus Mustangs. Big time shout out to Cece for all the work that she has done here. So Marcellus, and I just want to let y'all know about what's going on with Marcellus girls soccer overall. I know I gave you a little taste there, but this is how the season's gone. After losing on the road at New Hartford, they defeated St. Francis Prep in the Hall of Fame tournament 2-0, and also defeated Beekmantown 2-1 in that Hall of Fame tournament. Then in their first match at home, they defeated Chittenango 7-3. On the road at Rome Free Academy, they won 2-1. At Mexico, they won 10-1. At Cortland, they won 12-1. This is soccer, by the way, not baseball. Shout out to them for scoring these goals. At West Hill, they won 2-1. And then Marcellus, going to Christian Brothers Academy in the game I just talked about, won 5-4, which gave them the 8-1 overall record. And most recently, yesterday, so we got to add another one here. Let's do that together. They defeated Skinny Atlas on the road 7-2, which means that they now have a record of 9-1. Shall we change this together? Let's change it together. A record of 9-1 overall. Big time shout outs to Marcellus in the work that they've done as a team, and their head coach, Lori. Obviously, sending love out to her as well for all the work that they've put forward here. And just, it's been an amazing season for them so far. And with that win last night, they go to 6-0 in their conference of the OHSL, and they go to 9-1 overall. They're behind only Tully. And they're like, how can they be behind anybody, Dan? They're undefeated in the OHSL in their conference. Well, that's because Tully's played one more conference game, and they're 7-0. Tully is 10-0 on the season. Marcellus right behind them at 9-1. And also within the OHSL conference for girls soccer here in Central New York, we have the likes of Homer, Bishop, Ludden, and Grimes, which have combined. West Hill, Fabius Pompey, Phoenix Caz, CBA, Chittenango, and then we also have the Altamore Parish, Williamstown, which is a combination. Cortland, Pulaski, Manlius, Pebble Hill, Onondaga, Lafayette, which is together. Hannibal, Cato, Meridian, Jordan, Elbridge, which is all bonded together. Skinny Atlas, Mexico, and Solvay. So shout out to Marcellus for their incredible start to their season, and to Cece Powell for an overtime goal that secures the victory against CBA, and aiding her team overall to a 6-0 record with her teammates. Give them all their flowers. And a record of 9-1 overall, 6-0 inside of the OHSL. High school player of the week, Cece Powell, who, believe it or not, is going to play D1 lacrosse. Even though she's good at this soccer thing, too, she's going to North Carolina to play lacrosse. And obviously, maybe North Carolina can shift her over to the soccer field if they need some help. So shout out to Cece and the Marcellus Mustangs. You are our high school player of the week here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, proudly presented by Myers Creek.